Five, four, three, two, one. That's a bit different, isn't it?
It sounds like a bloody death knell. Sounds like it. I'm not 100% sure about that. Having heard it once, I mean, watching it, yes. Second time, I'm thinking, it's a bit dire and funereal.
Anyway, Happy New Year. Happy New Year to you all.
Yes, and for those of you in Vegas, Los Angeles, we hope you're safe and well and able to watch us. Other than that, hello.
It's not certain devils. It's something that I found that's sort of thing. Anyway, I hope you all had a good Christmas. Thank you for everyone that's watched.
Mick's here. Hello, Mick. We wondered if you were safe.
Yes.
Hello, hello, Pulsar.
Yeah.
Sorry, go on.
It's 50 kilometers from the fires. It's been very smoky.
Yay! Get some filters in.
Oh, yes. Yeah. I hope everyone enjoyed the little shorts that I put up over Christmas.
Nah, bloody awful.
Yeah, they were never enough.
One of them's been very popular.
Oh God, yeah, very popular. So so it's all these figures are a bit out of kilter that have coming up, but like the last 7 days has been 15,024 views.
Yeah.
And in the last 7 days alone, 36 subscribers. I mean,
since the last live stream, it's 114 subscribers.
Yeah, it's a bit bonkers, isn't it? But the ones that the videos have been watched are actually the ones that have only been out this week. So at number 3, we've got The Perfect Side of Bartley James Harvey's Everyone Is Everybody Else, 49 views. Number 2, my mate's Tony's his 5th birthday top 10, but actually Tony was 60 on Monday. It's shocking. It's like the first one of us to become 60.
Yeah, beat you to it.
Yeah, so 72. But the number 1, and I am so pleased, is my bread top 10. 146 people. I forgot. It's nice to see bread getting some love.
Well, Pulsar enjoyed it.
Yes, I know he did. He's got a nice little surprise next week in his shorts, so watch out for the shorts, Pulsar. There's something that you will love. Where was we? Yes, top short of this last week alone, last 7 days. It was Status Quo on the midnight special, Big Fat Mama. 3,292 views.
And lots of comments.
Lots of comments, which is even good. So, in the last 28 days, this is where it got silly. 45,216 views. It's just 127.
I mean, you're almost talking, 11,000 a week.
Yeah, and it's just because I put them shorts off. So, yeah. So what? So I'm not going to count them, But at number 3, retro ranking, Adam and the Ants, 227. At number 2, there's songs that should have been number 1 in the 70s that Richard and Simon and myself did, and that's 348. But at number 1, believe it or not, is the Iain and Friends tag.
Hang on a tick. Dave started the new year as he means to go on.
That's a cracker to start off with, Dave. Yeah, so 580 people. So now you've watched it.
Yes.
Do a video. Top short.
Do a video and put a response in the comments so we can find it.
Yes. So the top short, it went out on Christmas Eve, and it's the bit of Tubular Bells that goes do 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 do. The Exorcist bit, and 6,708 people have watched that, and it's still rising.
Yeah. It is. It's one of the most recognisable pieces of music.
Yes, excellent. And so the big picture now, the figures have really gone through the roof now. We're now up to 575,296 views. And we're now at 2,432 subs.
So for all those who joined since the last live stream, welcome to the House of Madness.
Yes. So what has been actually happening on the staple videos, that top 5 being watched? Mike Oldfield is now up to 4,310. Thank you. Jethro Tull, 4,349. Derek Riggs, 4,437. Slade, 5,143. And Status Quo is now at 9,908.
And that Derek Riggs brings me around to something, a change that we're making this year.
Oh, yes. You'll find out. Yes, a top short still. Jean-Michel Jarre, In Your Living Room, part 6, 15,441. So thank you for watching. You know, I take a week off and it goes mad. I should take more time off.
Do more shorts.
Do more shorts. No, I did really enjoy my my break. It was nice to put my feet up. Just enjoy the relaxation. I did do a little bit of work, though. As you could see, we've had a few changes since last year.
But most of the changes were prepped well in advance.
Yes. So I have been listening to a lot of stuff, though.
Oh, yes.
I've been listening to a lot of the Enid. I've got 14. I've listened to Aswad, which has been great when it's been cold. Put a bit of Aswad on to warm you up. Kaiser Chiefs, I've done a 5 of the 8, 5 of the 9 of Blurs. I've finished Al Stewart in Imagine Dragons. So we've pulled out some more. We've pulled out Chris de Burgh, Man, and the Bookshop Band. And was it Ildor's Bane?
Isildur's Bane.
Isildur's Bane. So I'll be starting to listen.
I'll do it again. Isildur's Bane.
Yes. Yeah, I'll leave that. I'll have to. I have to. I have to practice that. So that's what's been going on. So Rocky's quiet. He didn't have his haircut yesterday because it's a mobile one, and the pipes froze on their van.
He was driving around with a block of ice.
Yeah. So he's having it done next for Thursday afternoon.
Ooh, right.
So you might actually see him really neat and presentable for once.
He's mostly neat.
I know.
Happy New Year, Mike.
Happy New Year, Mike. He's very quiet at the moment because he's ignoring one of his Christmas presents.
Is he's still gnawing it?
Yeah, it takes a little longer this time.
Oh.
That's
Oh,
what
well.
that's what his mum brought them for, especially for Thursday nights. Yeah. So it's now time for the first Atches, Matches and Dispatches, and I know David's going to mention, I think, one at least significant passing since we last all got together.
Well, there's two really.
Two. Yeah, so it's all over to you.
Okay, so last day of the year, 31st of December, the wonderful Johnny Walker, English DJ, passed away. Sounds of the 70s, and so many absolutely brilliant radio programs that he curated. So he has sadly left us. And then the 1st of January, Wayne Osmond, pop singer and drummer with the Osmonds, passed. The second,
did he write Crazy? He was one of the writers of Crazy
Horses. He wrote a few. On the 2nd, Cloven Hoof heavy metal singer Russ North passed away.
Yeah,
And then the other day, 7th, the first of the three, Peter Yarrow of Peter, Paul and Mary, the man who wrote Puff the Magic Dragon, passed away. So that's the 4 notable deaths that have since the last show. Birthdays, we've got 12 plus 1 today, and the plus 1 is not actually today. So anyway, 38 today is happy birthday, Paolo Giovanni Nutini, Scottish singer-songwriter. 47 is Alexander James McLean, American singer. He's a founding member of the Backstreet Boys. 55 today, we have 2 people. Lara Sophie Katie Croker. She's known professionally as Lara Fabian. She's a Belgian and Canadian singer-songwriter. She's sold over 20 million records worldwide, and she's one of the best-selling Belgian artists of all time. Also 55 is Alessandro, better known as Alex Staropoli, or Staropoli, whatever way you want to say it. An Italian keyboard player, composer, leader, and co-founder of the Italian symphonic power metal band Rhapsody of Fire. And I have a funny feeling, I've got to check, I have a funny feeling they're on the list. 57 today is Al Schneer, American rock guitarist. He's most noted for being one of the 2 guitarists for the American jam band MOE. 58 today is David John Matthews, American musician, lead vocalist, songwriter, and guitarist for the Dave Matthews Band, which apparently are shortened to DMB. 70 today is Lance Hoppins, American rock bassist with the band Orleans, or Orleans, whatever way you want to say it. 74 today. Iain could not get this. He knew the name, but he couldn't work out why. Brenda Gail Webb. She's an American country music singer. She's known professionally as Crystal Gale. Best known for her 77 hit, Don't It Make My Brown Eyes Blue. 75 today is David Roger Johansen. He's an American singer, songwriter, and actor. He's best known as the lead singer of the seminal proto-punk band New York Dolls. But he's also known for his work under the pseudonym Buster Poindexter. And he was in the film Scrooged with Bill Murray. He played the ghost of Christmas Past. 77 today is Paul Malcolm King. English musician, he was part of Mungo Jerry from 1970 to 72. I'm going to skip the 81-year-old and move on to the elder statesperson for today, Joan Chandos Baez. We know her, Joan Baez, American singer, songwriter, musician, and activist. Tomorrow is the +1. 10th of January, Sir Rod Stewart becomes 80 years young. And he's still performing.
He's got the. I think he's got the. Was it the vintage spot, whatever they want to call it, at Glastonbury?
Yes, yeah, the legend slot.
Yeah,
I think, yeah. But the one we skipped over, and Iain did not get this, even though I dropped clues left, right, and centre. 81 years young today, James Patrick Page, OBE, English musician, producer, guitarist, founder and god of rock, founder of Led Zeppelin. Even with the clue, he's a god of rock. His first name is Jimmy. He still didn't get it.
no, I had a bad senior moment today.
He did. You did. Marriages. There's only 2 marriages that occurred today. 2005. Vince Neil, lead singer of Motley Crue, married for the 4th time. Married Leah Gerardini. Unfortunately, they separated in 2010. Vince doesn't seem to have a good track record with getting married.
You don't. Yeah.
I think 5 is the most that it's lasted. But in 2010, food writer, former fashion model, and goddess of the catwalk, Sophie Dahl, she married British jazz singer Jamie Cullum, lucky bugger, and they're still married. Anyway, that's your hatches, matches, and dispatches. Our talking point tonight, this is going to be fun. Instrumentals. Albums that contain instrumentals. Oh boy. I think there's going to be an awful lot of stuff that we have not heard or don't recognize.
Anyway, it was a long time.
I didn't see that. Pulsar, Brenton Wood. I didn't see that. Thank you. Yes, Zeb. Instrumentals. Hey. Albums that contain tracks that are instrumental. It's going to be. I think it's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to it. Anyway, that's the hatches, matches, and dispatches.
We've got a thing. What about we've got? I'm sure everybody's know because they've looked, but the last battle royale, which was a long time ago now.
It was. It actually finished on Christmas Day. Oh, it was rather close. It was 14 votes to 12 in favour of New Order, Bizarre Love Triangle, which, if I remember correctly, was that Kaz Clem?
It was Kaz Clem, yeah. Knocked out one of the big, one of the big guns going underground. So, so commiserations to Stevie, but he has got another one in the competition.
So, he's got who's substitute.
Yes.
Correct.
So it's time now to see what's going on next week, I think.
So let's add that to the stage and make it full screen, and off you go.
Well, if you've all noticed, I've changed the thumbnails a bit. That's a bit of a change. So next Monday, we're
Hi, Simon.
Oh, hello, Simon. I saw you lurking. We've got part 6 of the Van Morrison story. We've now reached the 2000s. This is where I started to struggle. Perfect side. I'm going for Jagged Little Pill by Alanis Morissette, and people say it wasn't on an album. It wasn't, but it was on a cassette. So it's still a perfect side.
Oh. Oh, that's going to be controversial. That's going to be controversial. You're going to have people arguing. Yes. Okay.
On Tuesday, we're going to do a little bit of sort of neo-proggy type stuff with a viewer's request for Live Signs. They're a pretty good band. The first bass player was no other than Mr. Nick Beggs, ex-Kajagoogoo.
Ah.
Yes. And next week's retro ranking, we're going to have a bit of rock and roll We're going to have a little bit of Little Richard. You can't go wrong with a little bit of Little Richard. Now, that's one of my new little features on my new program. That was a black and white picture.
Ah.
It's AI. Even I'm using AI. So there you go. Next Wednesday. Oh, look, we got a birthday.
Oh.
Now, it's not on that day. I put it in the middle of the week because Mike doesn't just want us to disclose which day, but he still gets a birthday top 10 because he deserves one. And we're going to be doing it for that week. It's in this week. That's all I'll say. And then we've got another viewer's request. Now, I'd not heard much of this band. I'd heard of them, but not their stuff. And it's an American hardcore band called Seven Dust.
How did you find them?
How did I find them? I think it was a request.
No. I mean, how did you find them?
How did I find them? You will find out. You will find out on Wednesday. Okay, we've got another battle royale. We've got Tie 4, Midnight Train to Georgia against My Generation. And we have got a new one. It's an old new one, but we've just put a twist on it.
Yes, we're going back to the artwork.
Yes, but we've called it, well, Dave decided we should call it Painting by Numbers. And the first artwork we're going to look at is Deerhoof. Are you laughing at the painter?
Yes. Yeah, I'm not. I'm saying nothing.
Well, all I know is that the painter couldn't paint that. Anyway, let's see what's happening on Friday. We have got a live album ranking, and we've got the part 2 because we're doing part 1 tomorrow. And thanks to Pulsar, we put together the live album. So we're going to look at the second part of it. And as you can see, the picture is there. Is what they say the current lineup of the band who are sort of carrying on Edgar's good work. And we got the first new album review of the year, and it is from Tremonti. Now, Mark Tremonti is from Creed and Alter Bridge, but he's also got his own band, and the album is called The End Will Show Us How. I fit right in. I know. I look a bit. Now these thumbnails. It was actually Simon's thought I should stand next to the band. So I thought, yeah, well, I like that idea. So that's what we're doing. So that's Friday, and then we jump to Sunday because Hugh Scott has got so many relatives. This is his Uncle Terry. He celebrates a birthday.
I'm sorry, Terry Scott.
I don't know if it's a Scot because it depends on which side of the family it is. But so it's Uncle Terry, 19th of January 1960. So he's got his birthday top 10. So that's what's going on next week. Terry Scott.
Exactly. You think Terry Scott, 1960s.
Oh,
Whitfield.
Curly Whirly and so that's what is going on. Let's get rid of that. We don't need that no more.
All right.
And I shall put up the thing for the.
I should go to that and do that and go.
So how's this week's vote going on for Ashes to Ashes and that entertainment?
It's actually quite close. It's 3. There's only been 5 votes. It's only just started. It's 3-2 in favour of David Bowie. Ashes to Ashes.
Junction. Funk to funk.
We all know Major Tom's junkie.
Yes.
I was surprised whenever that song came out because I absolutely adored Space Oddity, Major Tom to Ground Control and whatnot. And Chris Hatfield doing it in the ISS. That was absolutely brilliant. But whenever you then listen back to Ashes, wow, it's commentary on, sort of modern life. And I think it was also a semi-autobiographical piece for Bowie.
Yeah.
Problems he had with drugs.
Yes, it is. Yes. So right, I'm just getting the link for the vote for Zeb. I'll see what.
Hang on, bear with me. Live.
I think Dave's going to put it up.
There you go.
There we go. There is the pipe. So if anyone wants to have a vote, that's where you go for it. No problem, Zeb. Yeah, so I'm starting off with the album covers of Deerhoof. Now, I couldn't cope as much with their music, but I did actually like their artwork. So yeah, I'm looking forward to doing the album covers again. And I know at Easter I think Dave and I will be doing we're going to be doing some more stinkers.
Oh, do I? I'm right. In that case, I've got to start researching.
Yes.
So we've got to go back and rewatch what we put out before, so we don't choose the same ones again.
Yeah, or we could do our favourites of all the ones we've done, which would make it a lot easier, wouldn't it?
Yes, but then sort of how many are we doing? 90% would be Bible Belt.
Yeah.
Oh,
I know what my favourite is.
Is she still sitting there?
No, there's one. The Mexican band with the funny name.
Oh. Yes.
Yeah, they're very, very funny. I really enjoy doing them.
I mean, you should hear the giggles. We're sat there and we're sort of tossing ideas backwards and forwards. How about this band? Here, have a look at this cover. What do you think? And the giggles are, it's awful. I mean, we're corpsing half the time. What should be a 5-minute
this time it'll be even better because we'll be able to record it in here. And if Dave keeps his quiet, I will see them for the first time. In that, I think.
Oh, Zeb, feel free to add gong, acid, mother.
Yeah, I will as well. Yes, I'm sure there are some wonderful stinkers out there. Some brand new stinkers as well. So look, that will be something we're doing at Easter. Plenty of time.
That reminds me. When is Easter this year? Is it April?
I don't know. I am a good grief. I'm not out of January yet. I'm struggling to get out of January. I've got a gig this month. Blimey.
Oh, Sunday the 31st of March.
At least it's not end of March. Yeah, I'm sure there's at least one deer who will appear in that list, I'm sure. Yes, so
was there something? Talk amongst yourselves while I mutter to myself.
Yeah, musically, Why for Christmas? I think the nearest I got to it, I had the Blu-ray of my favourite Elvis Presley film.
Ooh. Hush. Say
Boom.
nothing.
Dum dum ba dum ba dum dum ba dum the bubble. King Creole, and they've cleaned it up so when the songs are on, when you put it through these surround, it sounds fantastic.
All right.
Yeah, and they've really cleaned it up. It looks really, really good. Just one of my favourite Elvis Presley movies. There's been a bit of Elvis on this week, of course, because of his birthday anniversary and that. And I have watched some Elvis this week. It's been pretty cool. Do you like the movies? I have a little game for Christmas as well, which we will adapt into our own little madness.
Sorry, it was yesterday. I knew it was this week. Remember exactly. It was yesterday. He would have been 90.
Yes.
Mm.
So sort it.
Right. A 27 disc box set. Wow. Hello, Christopher. Welcome in. New Year.
Happy New Year to you. Yeah, but the big thing that's coming from the Status Quo camp, they're releasing a box set of the live album from Glasgow. They're releasing them all 3 nights because they took it from 3 nights. So,
sorry about the giggle, guys.
I've got to get it.
No, where is it? I missed it.
I need it. It's something I need in my. I've just clicked on something and there's a picture of the Aswan Dam, and I thought, what that's doing there? I've just thought. I hadn't when I was doing the editing this morning. My video suite doesn't expect the WEB pictures, so I have to convert it to a JPEG, and I've still got it up. I bet I'm going to close that because let's just close that. It's been up all day now. Picture of the Aswan Dam.
Now I don't know why, but there was a comment in YouTube from Mick, which hasn't appeared in StreamYard.
That's strange.
I think I know why. Because after Zeb said you can safely do a new one stinker album with ads, gong, acid motherhood, Mick popped up with a reply: "Did Elmer Fuddpucker make a new album?"
Yeah, I've mentioned. I think I've shown Elmer Mud, whatever his bloody name is.
Elmer Fuddpucker.
Yeah.
No, because it's not showing up.
Right, talk amongst yourselves a minute.
That's
taking them a long time tonight.
That is not bad. I don't know why that didn't appear. Unlucky, Mick. Probably because it said Fuddpucker, and AI isn't smart. Let's have a look. Is there anything else missing? Nothing there. Nothing there. Right, what else are we doing? Oh, yes. Birthday tomorrow, Tangerine Dream. Oh, that's yes. There's going to be a show with Richard on Saturday.
I'll be with you in a minute. He's making a small deposit.
He's fertilising bushes. Okay. It sounds like it, Mick. Or it looks like it. And I can't work out why. I think that's an issue that Iain will have to look at.
It could be end censoring. Yeah, I'll have a look into that this week.
Yeah, I think it's because of the closeness, spelling wise, of Fud Pucker.
Yeah.
AI is going what? So I'm going to have to keep an eye. I'm going to have to keep an eye on this stream rather than the StreamYard. I'll have to watch the live stream.
Yes, it is Pulsar. It's got. I even found a stinky cover. Oh yeah, yes. He decided that, as one of my mates used to call them, Barker's eggs. Boston spaceships. I'll write that down, and then if we forget, David.
Boston. I'm actually looking something up.
Never heard of them.
American rock band. They were active from 2008 to 2011. Robert Pollard, Chris Lusarenko, and John Moan.
Never heard of them, but there you go.
John Moan, you've heard of. He was in the Decemberists.
Oh, well, there you go. Learn something.
Discography. 1, 2, 3.
Let's see what else is going on in the world.
1, 2, 3, 4.
Yeah, last week.
That's the greatest hits. It's 5 albums.
5 albums.
Mm-hmm.
I hope so. I'm going to have a good Circus Devil's done me head in. Bit like Narcissus. That first album. God.
Mm. Oh, because this is the first night back, we didn't do a what's on next week properly for this week. Did you do or mention the show on Saturday?
Yes.
You did? Oh, okay, right.
Yes, I think I have. But there is Richard and I are back in on Saturday. We're going to be doing our top 10 deep cut tracks of Sweet. That'll be out sometime on Saturday. Looking forward to that. I promise. Oh, good. Yes, because I did struggle with Circus Devils. Well, poor old Rocky didn't get his haircut yesterday because the van had frozen up. So we've still got this long-haired lout.
Boston spaceships are added.
We've got this long-haired lout. Come here, then. He wasn't impressed with the snow, though, when we had a little bit of snow. He was not impressed with that.
Well, I'm not surprised. You think how low he is to the ground, any sort of deposit of snow. I wouldn't be impressed.
No, he went out in his coat. Didn't you?
I still wouldn't be impressed.
No, he didn't like the snow. All right, then, I'm coming. There we are. We'll say hello to everybody, do you?
Hello, Rocky.
Oh, he just wants the fuss, doesn't he?
23, 57, 35.
Oh, God, Dave, your jokes get worse. Oh, dear me.
57.
You know what? If I'm coming back with a dog and a good home.
No. You want to come back as a cat.
I'll come back as a dash hound because they seem to. Yeah, we went shopping today and got one of these, blue ribbon pets and all that sort of thing. I says, no, I've got a dash hound, and the woman went, "You've got your hands full then." Oh, you don't know, what are you moaning at? Yeah. Let's put you down then. Off you go then. Oh, dear me. I don't know. He gets all the fuss. There's the link for those that want to come up. It's quite ironic tonight. I'm actually drinking Brewdog Elvis juice.
You're drinking what?
It's called Elvis juice. It's a IPA infused with grapefruit. It's really nice.
You're drinking Elvis juice the day after Elvis's 90th birthday.
Yeah, I can prove it. I'll get the can. One of those. There we go, folks. There we go. Elvis juice. Hello, Mark. Happy New Year.
Mark, Happy New Year.
There we go. Elvis juice. You have a nice Christmas, Mike.
Yeah, I had a great time, and you?
Yeah. And a nice break.
Yeah. So had both the kids here, and we drank quite a lot.
Yeah, I
Played a few games, went out for a meal one night. Yeah, we had a great time.
Excellent.
Good.
Anyway, I haven't really spoken to you since I sent you that little bit of VCLT.
Yeah, have you? I'll put it up anyway. Did you see?
Yes, looks rather suave, doesn't it?
Yeah, thanks for that. Yeah, it's really good.
Yes, I think I as I said, emailed you. I got everything that sort of you in it: Yorkshire, Lead Rhino, and punk rock letters.
Yeah, that's it. That's it. Exactly right. Yeah. That was really great. Thanks very much for that. Yeah.
You see, VCLT doesn't have to come in the form of a record, does it?
No, not at all. Not at all. Yeah.
So, you know what? Do you know what I'm reviewing tomorrow? Courtney Barnett and Kurt Vile album.
Oh yeah. One of my favourites. I think it's a fantastic album.
Yeah, I've played it quite a lot. I played it.
Yeah.
I've been putting it on because it's one of them albums that when you open up your Spotify, that's where I've been listening to it, and it's lingering, and you just have to click on it. It's there to be.
I know.
They complement each other, don't they?
Yeah.
For the responses the guys have done from the tags. Lovely eggs. You've started a bit of a trend there, haven't you?
Well, I was beginning to think that. Do you think we mentioned them enough?
No,
probably not. Yeah, lovely eggs. They're a good band.
Yeah. When are you doing your ranking?
It'll probably come up probably March time.
Right, yeah. That'll be good.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to doing that. Yeah, I didn't have much music for Christmas. I had a game, which I'll tell you about later.
Right.
But earlier I had King Creole remastered, and
Yeah.
it's my favourite Elvis film because I think it's got a bit of a gangster type movie as well.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
I got a couple of books. Music books that are down here somewhere.
Oh, that's an interesting question.
Yeah, there you go.
Electric Eden.
Electric Eden by Rob Young. It's a history of the British folk revival.
Oh.
60s and 70s. Really, really good book. But I've not started reading it yet, but I've had a good sort of flick through, and it's got fantastic discography to it. Really, really good.
Simon, what do you mean by if it cracks? Is it cracked and whole, or is it cracked and sort of separated? Because if it's cracked and separated, I think you're skating on thin ice to glue it back together again.
Yeah, I thought. Yeah, I mean, not so. I mean, I've picked up stuff sort of like singles, sort of now and then at charity shops. Where I've sort of picked up a whole load and then got home and found that one of them is, it's got a split in it. Sort of a crack, sort of hairline crack that runs all the way through. And quite often they actually play because, they hold together in the right place.
Mm.
But I think if it's in bits, I don't think you've got a chance. How do you line it up?
If it is split, fully, then properly aligned and applying glue.
I can't see how you manage to glue it though, Simon, because the glue would just get into the grooves, wouldn't it?
That's what I was thinking.
Yeah.
And you can't really use a hot knife or hot wire or anything because you're going to ruin it.
No, that'd do even more damage, wouldn't that? Yeah.
Yeah.
Turn it into a flower pot.
Well, this is it. CDs are absolutely brilliant for keeping out flies. You hang them on a piece of string and let them spin in the wind. Flies hate them.
Oh yeah.
They hate the flash. The other thing you can do is a plastic bag with water and a couple of silver coins. And as the sun moves around during the day, the angle of the light and refraction and all the rest of it, flies hate that as well.
Oh. Right.
I didn't know that one.
Yeah. Yeah, that's interesting, isn't that?
It's amazing what you learn on a vinyl channel.
Yeah.
Oh, just tacking it at the end.
Right.
Tack it on at the start of the dead wax. Yeah.
You might get away with it. It's a bit, it should be okay. It's not.
Yeah.
All you can do is give it a try.
Well, yeah. But I'm sure I've got a single somewhere. I'm trying to think which one it is has got a split in it, and it actually does play. And I'm sitting here trying to think what it is. I know. I think I've got it here. Let's have a look.
Happy New Year, Jen. It's on a 7-inch single, he says.
Happy New Year, Jen. Welcome in.
The lady that's done her 27 vinyl tag. Well done. Or 2020.
What, is she getting in 2 years ahead?
Yeah.
Oh, well done, Jen.
Yeah. Now, I think this is the one. Could be wrong. Yeah, definitely had a. Yes, it is. Yeah. Can't actually see the.
He's repaired it so well he can't see the split.
Well, I didn't repair it. I just I played it, and then it was sort of. Yeah. No, it's definitely. I mean, it's definitely got a split in it somewhere. Sort of, from the dead wax right to the outside, and so I didn't notice it at the time, but got it home, and you could just sort of feel it sort of moving, and but it plays perfectly well. Oh yeah, it's here. I don't know if you can.
Yeah.
Oh,
you can see that.
Yeah. Just.
Right?
Yeah, so it's all right. That's.
But it's just I don't know how it happened, but it plays perfectly well. I don't think I realised until I played it, and then I just sort of felt just like a sort of like hairline scratch. It felt like. Yeah, so it might be all right.
Just trial and error, isn't it, really?
Well, yeah.
Yeah, and putting it on a flat surface and then very gently tack the dead wax. Yeah, might work.
Yeah, it could. But there you go, Yeah. Oh, I'll tell you what I did get for Christmas. I'll show you.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it's the weatherman. Good evening, Nick. Happy New Year.
Yeah.
Gonna make you big again. Oh, now.
Oh, yes.
There you go. It's a complete box set. It's a French
15 albums?
French edition. So it's 18 CDs and 1 DVD.
Oh, that's brilliant.
It's really good. It's got a nice book in it that's got all the got some nice pictures and loads of all the sort of track details, but but it's in French, so it's going to take me a very long time to read that.
That's it's a nice package, isn't it?
It is, yeah. So it's sort of like it's like a sort of book, with each page has got sort of CDs in them. You can see the CDs at the top.
Yeah.
It's quite cheap as well. So yeah, that was something I got.
That's going to be an enjoyable experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
Anyway, I think I'm going to show some records to get the.
Yeah, I got them.
Instrumentals. Wow. I thought about what can I show, and I thought, well, I don't want to show this same old, the classic instrumentals. So I delved into the collection this week. The first one
hang on. Let's bring in Nick. Evening, Nick.
Hey.
Hello. Happy New Year to you all.
Yeah, happy New Year to you too.
Yeah.
All right, let's go back. Instrumentals, there you go.
Okay, so I thought let's go through my collection. I've had plenty of time to do this, So the first one I'm going to show you is from a Rainbow album called Bent Out of Shape. Came out in 1983, and it's the last album before Deep Purple reformed. And on here, there is a version of Howard Blake's The Snowman.
Ooh.
And it is really, really good. It's amazing what you can adapt to rock music, and they do a really, really good version of it. Absolutely stunning piece of music. I love the music. I love the Snowman theme anyway. I think it's lovely. That's my first. My second, we're going to have a bit of heavy metal. A bit of Power Slave.
Right.
From 1984. And there's a song on here called Lost for Words. Big horror. And when we went to see them, Bruce Dickinson, and he says, there ain't no fucking words in this. And walked off. So yeah, it's got a nice rolling beat to it. I mean, that's one of my favourite Iron Maiden covers. It's absolutely brilliant. Okay, my third one comes from this man, Gary Moore. Wild Frontier album. Now the song is actually a cover, and the song is The Loner. Now the Loner first appeared on one of Cozy Powell's solo albums, and it's the song The Loner is actually dedicated to Jeff Beck. Or Garrison is jazzed it up a bit. Now the Cozy Powell's got a bit of a beat to it. This is a more sort of ballady version, so that's a little bit different. Okay, don't show many 10-inch singles. From 1981, Status Quo Fresh Quota. There's a little instrumental on here called Good Thinking Batman Jam, and it's just a 12-bar boogie shuffle. Now, I did try and find out exactly when this was recorded, and what I've found out, it could have been recorded somewhere between 69 and 71. So it's quite old for Quo, but this is pretty good. It cost me not very much in 1981, and I haven't seen any copies of this since.
Right.
So yes, and I'll see it. It's got they're all the sort of early 70s, late 60s songs on it. It's pretty good. Okay, I thought let's think of a Genesis one. So I thought, oh, there's so many. There's Los Angeles in That Quiet Earth. And I thought, no, let's go for a modern one. And there's one track that I absolutely adore on this album. Not particularly famous. It's got Domino on it and Land of Confusion. But the last track on here is an instrumental called The Brazilian. Now, when I saw them on this tour, they actually played it. And you had, what's his name? Chester Thompson he played the normal drums, and Phil was playing on the synth drums, the synth toms. And he said in an interview that it was the hardest bit to do all night because you really have to hit them pads to get the effect and the sound that you want. And it's a fantastic piece of music, and live it's even better because there's when you watch Chester and Phil drum, they're in sort of sync. It's wonderful to watch. So that's that one. Okay, my next one, I thought I've got to have a Mike Oldfield, but what do I have? He's had so many good ones. So I thought, let's go for something off a soundtrack. Now, this is the soundtrack to Killing Fields. Fantastic film, one of my favourite films. This came out in 84, and the last track on here is the bit of music they play when the credits are going up, and it's called Etude. It's absolutely gorgeous. Just a fabulous piece of music from one of my favourite films. Up next, a little bit of Jean-Michel Jarre. Have to have so many instrumentals, but I've gone something that's not on any of the studio albums, but it appears on this. I think I've shown this before, but it is one of my favourite pieces of music by him. And it's the fishing. There's fishing junks at sunset. It includes sort of a Far East, a Chinese orchestra. It's a beautiful piece of music. My next one comes from a little band called Steel Span.
Hey.
Yay! Below the Salt. Now, there's a thing on here called jigs. Well, what it actually is, it's two traditional folk jigs. Now, does Mike know which ones it is?
No, I'm useless. No, I can't even begin.
It's the Bride's Fantasy and Tansey's Frank's Fancy that they joined together.
Oh yeah.
And when I saw them live in Northampton, they played there, and the place went bonkers. This, of course, is my favourite Steel Span. Anyway, I love the cover of this one. Just a medieval feast of merriment and folk music.
Yep.
Okay. The next one comes off an album from 1962.
Wow.
Everyone remembers this?
Oh, that album again. Yeah.
Album again. And on here, they do the Spartanics. Now, I was at a wedding, I'm sure I've told this story, where I met the guy that did the sound engineering, and he was on this track. And it's their version of the Orange Blossom Special, which was written in 1938 for the violin by Evrin T. Roos. Johnny Cash has done it as well. ELO have done it. But on here, they actually speed up the guitars. So it's a great little track. And I heard the story of how they recorded this. So, yeah, that is it. And my last one, I thought, let's do some Emerson, Lake and Palmer. And I thought, why not do some Emerson, Lake and Powell? And on here, it's got my favourite piece of classical music, arranged by the wonderful Mr. Keith Emerson, and it is their version of Mars, the Bringer of War.
Holsts.
You've got Cozy Powell on the drums. It's just magnificent. Best track on the album, without a doubt. So there we go. There are 10 albums with just 10 instrumentals, and they're not the usual suspects.
Yeah, good job.
Yeah, well done.
Yeah.
I haven't got all the 7-inch singles by Status Quo.
Good.
And
Yeah, or where have we, Nick?
I was more interested in the albums, to be quite honest.
Yeah.
Thank you, Pulsar. Yeah, I thought I'd go try and do something a bit different. I mean, I could have shown Any Colour You Like, and
Yeah.
I thought you might have, for my Goldfield, I thought you might have gone either Songs from Distant Earth or
Tubular Bells.
no. Oh God, it's gone out of my head. Music of the Spheres.
yeah, no, I just thought too, because it doesn't get much talked about because it's a soundtrack, but it's one of them.
Mm-hmm. Oh, you've mentioned it before.
Yeah. Yes.
Would you class Tubular Bells, the actual tune, as a pop song or a classical piece?
You see, I've got a classical version of Tubular Bells, and it works.
Yeah.
The orchestration, yeah.
It's
It's not exactly pop, is it?
no,
It's because it's proggy, Nick, and prog rock and classical music can get sort of mixed up a bit sometimes. You know, particularly people like Emerson, Lake and Palmer.
Yes, they do they've done so many covers of classical music.
Yeah.
Rick Wakeman was a bit like that as well, weren't he?
Yeah.
Yeah. There's a possibility. Yes. A yes instrumental.
Yeah, there's a few.
Yeah.
Yeah, so when I come up to Leeds again, I'll be trying to expand on the Steel Eye Span collection.
Yeah. You should be all right, because you know you see them all the time, and they never cost much.
No. I mean, I picked up all them for not much money, did I?
Yeah, that's right. Yes, same time as Emerson, Lake and Palmer, wasn't it?
Yeah. Yeah, I might.
You'll have to make pair of yous will have to make a list out of ones you haven't got, because I see them quite a bit, car boot sales and things like that. I mean,
Yeah. You see them all the time, don't you?
Yeah.
it'd be pointless me picking them up and buying them, only to find out you've already got them.
I think I haven't got the first few.
But
Right.
then I wouldn't know what the first few are.
No, without looking.
All I know by Steel Eye Span is all around my
I
house.
tell you what, Ian.
Yeah.
I'll get them out. I'll get the albums out in a little while. You can tell me which ones you've got and which ones you haven't got. All right.
Yeah, I think because you've got them all. You've got the 7. There's the first 7.
Yeah, the first 7 or 8 I've got. You know, and they're the ones that are really worth getting.
Yeah. I think I finished your didn't I?
Yeah.
I got you the one you hadn't got.
That's right, Rocket Cottage. That was which I think is the 8th album, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Is there one called a Parcel of Thieves? Something?
Parcel of Rogues.
Rogues, that's it.
Yeah. It's got a pink cover on it.
It's the toilet cover.
Yeah, it looks like the inside of a public toilet, doesn't it? Yeah.
Yeah, I've got that one.
Yeah.
I think I've got a crown of thorn, a crown of
Commoner's Crown.
yeah.
That's with all the little people, sort of like all the little plastic sort of people made into a crown, isn't it?
It's funny because I actually had to pull them out today to get that one, and I've got all
Hang
around.
on. I'll get them now. They're already over here.
I was watching him on YouTube last year. Come across them by accident. They're doing some sort of folk gig. Can't think where, but is it Maddie Pryor?
Maddie Pryor, yeah.
I mean, she's got a cracking voice, hasn't she?
Oh, yeah. I've had the privilege of seeing her a couple of times. She's fantastic.
Yeah.
She actually got on stage with Quo and did all around my hat.
I think they opened it with a song. I think it was called the Black Leg Miner or something like that.
Yeah, that's a good track.
Yeah, she was a good singer, and she always had that sort of cheeky smile and grin, didn't she?
Mad as a box of frogs as well.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Right, okay then. Right, here we go.
Yeah.
Right, you say yes or no.
Yeah.
Right. Heart
No.
the first one.
No.
Right, you haven't got that one. That's probably the most difficult to get hold of. Second album, Please
No.
See the King.
No, I ain't got that one.
Right, okay. One of the later ones. Now we are 6.
No.
Right. I think you said you got that.
I got that one, yeah.
Yep. Or
Yeah, got that one.
You got it.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah, 10-man mop.
No, I haven't got that one yet.
All right. Now, try and get the one on the Pegasus label, which is at the gatefold if you can.
Yeah.
Right. Well, Rocket Cottage. There you go. That's Parcel of Roads, Nick.
Yeah, that's the one I've got. Yeah.
Yeah. I've seen that one. Yeah.
Yeah, and that's the one you showed, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Mhm.
Right. Have you got this?
No.
Right. Well, whatever you do, don't buy it because I've got 2 copies of this.
Oh.
Yeah. So it's just a compilation. So it's got sort of like Martin Carthy stuff on it, a bit of Tim Hart and Maddie Pryor, and some Steel Eye Span. It's a really good album.
Oh.
Yeah. And have you got that?
No, I've never seen that.
Yeah.
That's there on the left, isn't it? As I'm looking at it.
Yeah, that's right. And then June Tabor.
God, I bet that's a good album.
It's an excellent album. And I've got I think I've been playing it recently. Another one. If I can.
Yeah, because there was another one that they did, No More to the Dance.
Yeah. Oh no, I'm not sure what I've done with it, but there's a Tim Hart and Maddie Pryor album that's really good.
So that's the ones like that's I do need a few, but
Yeah.
It's
Yeah,
folk
so
songs of
it's
old
Hark the
England
Village
volumes
Way,
1 and
isn't it? It's Pleased to See the King.
yeah.
Did you say you got that or not? Now we're 6.
No, I haven't got that.
You haven't got that. You got Commoner's Crown. You got that, haven't you?
Yeah.
Yeah. And you haven't got that.
No, I haven't got that one.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So it's 4. I think you haven't got. And then there's the individually and collectively one. As I say, I found a copy of it at the record fair last month, and I thought, well, I might as well pick it up because it was, in the bargain bin. So when you come up, if I remember, you can have it.
Thanks very much.
Yeah.
I'm just looking at Tim Hart and Maddie Pryor. There's 3. There's Folk Songs of Old England, Volumes 1 and 2. And then there's Summer Solstice.
Yeah, Summer Solstice is a really good album. That's the one that I bought recently, yeah.
Anyway, have you found any instrumentals to show us tonight?
Yep.
Ooh.
That's for me to know and for you to find out.
Yeah. I was thinking, Nick, that sort of music you like, you might struggle a little bit. Maybe not.
Well, I picked out a couple of 2-tone ones. I didn't bother with any sort of Trojan reggae type ones. And most of it's sort of soul and northern soul.
Oh yeah.
With a bit of excuse me, pickled onion just gone down the wrong way.
Oh, lovely.
There's a bit of jazz thrown in as well.
Oh, wow.
Should be
Only one record. I mean, crikey, I don't want to be going crazy 8 bonkers over jazz.
I know. People start thinking about you, mate.
If I start showing jazz records, people think I'm educated.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. You don't want that, do you?
No.
I was threatening Iain with putting Jamie Cullum on the list.
Yeah, I've got a fair few. I think I might have about 16, something like 20.
Oh.
I went a bit crazy 8 bonkers.
Yeah. This week I've been listening to a bit of Aswad.
Oh yeah, they're good, aren't they? Yeah.
Yeah, and one album I really enjoyed. It's one they did with was it Shaka?
Don't know.
Yeah,
At my thing, this sort of I call it pop type reggae, and never
Yeah,
really sort of got hold of me. I don't mind the odd UB40 song, but I don't. But I'm not mad on them, you know, or Aswad or bands like Black Uhuru and you know, that sort of stuff. I'm slowly getting into a bit of dub, but
yeah.
only because
exactly.
I got given a load of dub records. There's a place you've heard of Rothwell, haven't you, Ian?
Yeah.
Rothwell in Northants, not the Rothwell up north. There's a place I deliver to there. It's a young lad who puts music onto vinyl. It's a proper bona fide business, and that he's done stuff for Trojan in the past and whatever. It's mostly reggae and dub. He sort of specialises in. And when I go, he generally gives me a pile of dub records.
Oh, right.
And some I play them all. Some I keep. Some I give away. I sent John 6-inch Pianist a great big pile of them last year. He likes that stuff more than me. But, yeah. So anyway, sorry, I went off on a tangent there.
Yeah, this guy he had a role known as the Zulu Warrior.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
yeah, that's it. He's from Jamaica, and it's a blooming good album. It's got more of the traditional sort of reggae on it. It was great. It was about -2 outside, and there's me playing reggae indoors. It was.
Yeah.
No, I've quite like listening to those words.
Brinsley Ford, is it? Brinsley Ford?
Yeah. Yeah, Brinsley Ford, yeah. Yeah, it's kind of like that. It's reggae meets disco, isn't it?
Yeah.
Style.
Very, very sort of poppy and commercial.
Yeah.
Very, very much of the era, isn't it? The 80s, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Sort of 80s, middle to late 80s.
Yeah, I mean, I always like Shine. I've always liked Shine. I think that's a good song. Yeah. So yeah, I've been listening to that. But I'm going to listen to a bit more proper reggae this year. And do a bit more. Be cultured.
Okay.
Well, I do watch Death in Paradise. They're always playing something on there.
Hey, I don't think that counts.
There's that comedy based in Roman times as well called Plebs. They play a lot of ska and reggae on there as well.
Yeah, they do.
Yeah.
Have either of you been watching SAS Rogue Heroes on BBC?
No,
I've watched the second series. I've watched the first series.
Yeah, well, the second series is sort of on now, and I watched them all in a couple of days, and they're sort of after they'd finished in North Africa in the first sort of series, but they're then sort of moved off into Italy. But the soundtrack is absolutely brilliant. You get, so all of a sudden you get a bit of Sham 69. Or sort of a bit of Motorhead. It's really, really good soundtrack.
Well, I have it queued up on iPlayer.
Yeah, it's really good actually.
I've known from the first series, the music. This is supposed to be North Africa in 1942.
Isn't that when the SAS was sort of founded?
Yeah,
that's right. Yeah. So they were founded to sort of fight Rommel in the desert, and now, so the sort of second series starts, and you know, the British Army, the sort of, you know, the high ups, you know, and the generals, and that, they want rid of the SAS. You know, they think they're more trouble than they're worth. And
If only they knew.
but you know, but they're proved wrong, obviously. You know, but yeah, it's a really fun series. And as I say, the soundtrack is brilliant.
Yeah, I used to look out back a long time ago, but one of the guys I looked after, his CO was Lord Lovett.
Oh, right.
Yeah, and like in the was it The Longest Stay? This guy looked after, took part. He did that. He was with Lord Lovett on that day. So I said to him, "Did you have a pipo?" He says, "Of course we did."
Oh God, yes.
Oh.
Yes, it was his personal piper.
Yes. I said, "Did people go that blooming racket?" He went, "Yes." He said, "But he said he was going up the beach playing this bagpipes." He said, "That must have been intimidating."
Well, the Germans avoided it because they thought he was nuts.
Yeah.
That was good. That was good. Good bagpiping manoeuvres you were doing there, Ian.
Yeah.
That's all it is, really. Apparently. I have had a go at bagpipes and played it miserably bad.
Yeah.
I can well believe it.
Yeah.
Now, have you seen that movie, The Ministry of Ungentlemanly Warfare?
Yes.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. Apparently, that's based on the book about the start of the SAS.
Yeah.
The start of British Special Operations. I thought it was hilarious. I want a sequel to that. I want another one. I thoroughly enjoyed that.
A lot of people,
me too.
A lot of people didn't like it, but I thought it was brilliant.
I liked it. I thought it was really good
because it encapsulated what the SAS were about right at the very start. They were a bunch of ungentlemanly soldiers. Perfect.
Yeah.
My dad always said, there's two lots of soldiers you never mess with. One are the Gurkhas, and the other are the SAS.
I'll add a third one to that: the SBS, the Navy version of the SAS.
Yeah.
But the Gurkhas, no, you never mess with them, because once they draw, they can't put it back without it tasting blood.
Is that actually true? I've heard that many a time.
Yeah. We saw they came out to Cyprus on a training thing, and they were on parade and royal salute, and they drew kukris, and every single one of them nicked their thumb before sheathing the kukri again.
Wow.
It has to taste blood. Once drawn, it must taste blood before it can be sheathed again. It's like the Omanis, the same sort of thing.
They were there at the Falklands, weren't they? It was a regiment of Gurkhas.
Yeah, and the Argentinians accused them of war crimes.
Well, from what
all they did was drew the kukris and charged.
What I heard was the Argies fucking ran away when they heard they were coming.
Exactly.
Yeah, they have got a reputation, haven't they?
Oh God, yes. Oh God, yes.
My uncle told me once. He said, "Well, whether this was true or not, I don't know. Whether he's making it." He said some of them could literally crawl up to a sentry or an enemy soldier, tie his fucking bootlaces together, and get out of there quick. And he wouldn't know. He wouldn't until he tripped over. He wouldn't have known. Whether that's true or not, I don't know. Yeah, you get these tall tales, don't you?
So yeah.
Yeah, but I mean, they were masters of guerrilla warfare, jungle guerrilla warfare.
Yeah, yeah, very, very well. I've got a lot of admiration for people in the armed forces and that, you know,
Mm.
especially people like that in the SAS. And there you go.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Dave and I are friends, and I like friend PK.
Mhm.
Well, one weekend he had a friend who used to be in the regiment. He was hilarious. He told some stories that would make you.
They, yeah. Well, they made my hair stand on end, and that's difficult because I'm bald.
I mean, he didn't tell us details, but what he just done, he told us. He didn't give us where it was, but he told us some, some of the things they'd get up to, and it was that the night they told us when they were. This is that they would in Beirut where the Muslims were shelling the Christians, or whatever, and they were taking bets whether they would land.
No, you're mixing that up with Missouri, the USS Missouri.
No, there was Spurs, but PK said that they were sitting in drinking gin and tonics, which shell each other.
Yeah, but they were also sat there. Whenever Missouri was anchored off Beirut, they were shelling the Bekaa Valley, and they were sat on the balcony or up on the roof of the building that they were in, and you'd hear this. And if it went from the left to the right, it was Missouri shelling the Bekaa Valley. If it went from right to left, it was the Muslims trying to shell the Christians in Beirut. The thing was, you never heard the guns from Missouri. All you heard was as the shell went over the top.
All right.
Anyway, shall we get back to showing records?
Yeah.
Why not?
Who wants
Okay,
to go next? The man with a lot or a man with a little? Oh,
Go on. I traditionally go last, don't I?
You do.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, well, in that case.
Right on. Yeah. You know what, Ian? When I was deciding what to show, I didn't think about any of the folk albums, the jigs and everything. I just didn't think about it. So there isn't any. Right, so start off, a couple of singles, folks. It's a great one. There you go, Focus. Not Hocus Pocus, but Sylvia, which I think is the better track.
Yeah, I like Sylvia.
Yeah.
Funny enough,
Right.
Sylvia was on the other day on Planet Rock. Evening.
All right. Yeah. And this one, this is a theme to a film. There you go. Good, the bad, and the ugly.
Oh, brilliant! I love that piece of music.
Yeah, yeah. So, I mean, the original score is sort of Ennio Morricone, isn't it? But this is Hugo Montenegro and his orchestra.
I've got that one.
Yeah, I think it got to number one. It was certainly in the charts for a long time, I remember. Right. I'll show you a CD because I've got loads of this stuff on vinyl, Mogwai. But this is probably my favourite album by them, and it's a soundtrack album to a French television programme called Les Revenants, which is set in a sort of small, sort of French alpine town where sort of people who've died a few years ago are sort of suddenly turning up at their relatives' front doors. And it's a really weird sort of thing. But there's the title track, and I can't remember what it's called now. Hungry Face, which is like the sort of opening track for the for the television series. It's for the credits. So that's a bit of
I've heard that.
Yeah.
That title's very familiar. Hungry Face.
Yeah. It's I mean, I think you definitely know it if you heard it. I think it might have been a single for Mogwai as well, but I doubt whether it made the
I
charts.
bet it's one of them tracks, as I always say. I've heard it, but I don't remember what it. I don't remember what it's called.
Well, this is it, right? So another familiar one. There you go, Genesis, Lamb Lies Down on Broadway, and the instrumental there is sort of right in the middle somewhere, and it's Hairless Heart.
Oh, it's lovely. It's a lovely piece of music.
Yeah, it's and it kind of runs into Counting Out Time.
Yeah.
Right, so last of the ones that are probably quite familiar, and this is a brilliant krautrock band, Noi.
Right.
And this is their debut album. And there you go. That's the track set on the first track there, 10 minutes and 7 seconds. Halo Gallo, or however you pronounce it. I mean, that's the trouble, isn't it, with instrumentals? You don't get a clue to sort of how the titles are actually pronounced. But that's Noi. Right, a bit of stuff that might not be quite as familiar. Right, band from the 2000s, and they're kind of post-rock, this thing that they call sort of math rock and stuff. It's 65 Days of Static. And the Fall of Math, and the title of this album, it just annoys me so much because, as we all know, math has got an S on the end, doesn't it?
Yeah.
It just doesn't sound right.
Yeah.
Math.
Yeah.
Math.
Because it comes from mathematics.
Yeah. No, it's definitely maths, isn't it? But I mean, most of the tracks on here are instrumentals. It's sort of it's electronic. As I say, a bit sort of like post rock. It's a pretty good album actually. That was their debut from about 2004 or something like that. And now a bit of sort of blues rock, electric guitar, and it's a band called $75 Bill, and I Was Real, and again they're all instrumentals on here. So the title track, I Was Real, which takes up the whole of the second side of this sort of double album, it's really, really good. But it's a great bit of sort of like blues rock. So there you go. Right. A French sort of proto-prog, psychedelic, space rocky sort of album. And the band are called Alice, and the album's called Alice as well. It's from 1970, and it's a really, really good album. So I won't try and pronounce the names of the tracks, but again, mostly instrumental stuff.
I like the cover.
It looks very sort of classic rockish, doesn't it?
It does,
cover.
Yeah. So
that cover, Mike, it's very Terry Gilliam, isn't it?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. The heads are just a bit too big, aren't they? Yeah. So there you go.
Yeah.
This is a really good album, actually. I listened to it today first time for quite a while, and yeah. Great.
Oh no, is it that? Hang on. Yeah,
Right.
Smokey. Sorry, you bringing that up and showing that album just made me think of Smokey. Alice.
Oh.
Alice. Who the fuck is Alice?
Right. There you go. This is Baltic Fleet. and this is kind of electronic drone rock, and the album's called The Dear One, and it's very, very sort of droney, quite sort of doomy. It's really, really, really good album. Yeah. So that's that. And then one more. And this is a musician and composer. She's called Hannah Peel. And this is called Mary Cassio, Journey to Cassiopeia. And I think it's an absolutely brilliant album cover.
Oh, I like that.
There you go. So it's sort of this album has got a lot of synthesizer on it and a lot of brass bands as well. It's really, really interesting stuff. So there you go. So that's my yeah. It's really nice. I really love the cover of this. You know, sort of like it's very shiny.
Is that the Northern Irish Hannah Peel?
Could well be. She did other stuff she's done. She did most recently. She did the soundtrack to a Sky drama series, sci-fi thing. John Wyndham's The Midwich Cuckoos. Yeah, I think she may well be Irish. Yeah, but I couldn't say for sure. Yeah. Go on, Google her, Dave, and we'll find out.
I'm looking at her web.
When you said the name, because I know that she did that, the music to that was quite a weird series, but it was but the music was good in it.
Yeah. So anyway, so that's my 10 anyway, folks.
Some interesting ones in there.
Well done.
It is.
Yeah.
It is her. Oh wow. Oh, that's a nice pick. Thank you. Thank you for bringing that up.
Out of all of them, I'd only ever heard of one band, and I couldn't even tell you what they sang, and that was Mogwai.
Mogwai. You've got Illinois, the great krautrock band.
Oh yeah, Berwickshire Mike's into them as well, isn't he? I think.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah,
but I couldn't tell you what they do. I wouldn't know.
Yeah,
which is why this sort of VC malarkey is good. You hear all these different bands and artists and styles and genres.
I know it's really good. Do you know the German band Can? Do you know them?
I've heard of them, but I wouldn't. I couldn't tell you what they sing.
Noi are quite similar to Can. They kind of go together.
Yeah, I saw a picture of Mogwai today, rehearsing for the new tour.
All right.
Yeah, because they've got their new album coming out in a couple of weeks' time, haven't they?
I didn't know that.
I think they have got an album.
Yes, I have. Yes, I have. Yeah, definitely.
Yes.
Yeah,
because
I think it's February sometime, or is it?
Yeah, on my list.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's on my list for new reviews. So,
and
a picture of practicing today. I think it came up on my Instagram feed.
Right.
Yeah, got all the kit set up, practicing. And it says, which songs are we going to do?
Yeah.
We've got them on the list for a studio album, but you're actually reviewing the new album before you do the studio albums.
Yeah.
So, Gideon. Gideon Cohen.
Hey, that's never going to happen, Andy. Anyway, mate, have you come to listen to the sound of the underground tonight, then?
What on earth is outbanding?
You'll be bringing up bands better than Mike.
I doubt that very much.
Yeah.
No, it's it's all this ska and reggae stuff that
I know my
that
mind's been
you so well,
poisoned.
mate. Yeah.
Well, we know we
Anyway.
won't show any frog.
No.
Yeah.
Uh,
I could have showed Fanfare for the Common Man. I've got it on 7-inch single.
oh,
Hmm.
Oh,
I heard
wow.
somebody mentioned them earlier, didn't they? And I thought, oh, yeah, I've got that.
no. I did Emerson, Lake and Powell.
How?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Armour of
Yeah.
Lead.
Yeah. When they got a new drummer, one of the stipulations was his surname had to start with a P, didn't it?
There weren't many
Yeah.
to choose from, so they got Gozer.
No, that would have been, that single would have been released the time of Montreal 76.
76,
The
yeah,
Olympics.
it's off the
They
word.
did the Olympic concert.
Oh, that's right. He's standing in the middle of an empty stadium, isn't he?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's it. I remember that video now.
That was actually the first time I ever saw a concert, a rock concert on TV,
Ah.
because it was shown on the BBC. I was
Yeah, I
mesmerised,
remember watching it.
absolutely mesmerised.
My dad thought it was a load of old
Captain
crap.
Birdseye, stop it.
He liked Fanfare for the Common Man, but that was it.
Yeah.
Yes, he wasn't. He's not a great lover of prog. Well, yeah. People want to know how I got into prog when none of my family are into prog.
Anyway, I think it's time for the Sandwich Man.
Yes.
Yes, I've had my dinner. Thank you.
Yeah, good.
Nice
Yeah.
bit of mature cheddar and some beetroot.
Lovely.
Now, remember, tomorrow morning, it's beetroot. It's beetroot.
Oh dear.
Anyway, shall we put you up?
Oh, go on then.
Okay. Bonk.
Oh, blimey. We'll start with the 7-inch singles then. Like I say, I must have about 16 plus records here. Once you start, you can't stop, can you?
Yeah. Plus, we need some filling in time.
Yeah. From 1971, this is Festival Time by the San Remo Strings.
Wow.
Ow.
Tough.
Now, admittedly, I remember the tune, but I didn't know a great deal about it. I just remember it from my sort of scootering type days, going to like all-nighters and scooter-based music events and that. And then I heard it again on some American VC channel. I was watching him going around a record fair, and this was being played in the background. So, yeah, it's on the Motown label, but it's sort of classed as Northern Soul. Also on his channel, we played this one, the Just Brothers, Sliced Tomatoes. Another Northern Soul type dance tune.
Ah.
And that is, although these are reissues, this was originally from 1972, I do believe. And they're all worth going out checking, on YouTube. Watch it back later, write them down, and, some really good sort of toe tapping, hand clapping, voice clapping tunes, As an introduction to this, and then it's all instrumental. It's the All Night Band, the Joker, the Wigan Joker.
Well, I've heard of them. Where have I heard that?
You've probably heard this in the past, and that's on yellow vinyl. Okay, and that
Yeah.
is 1979, I do believe. Willie Mitchell. This is a coloured vinyl EP. There used to be a shop in Kettering. I don't know if you knew it, Ian. It was Alf Bailey's.
Oh, bloody hell, they're the blast from the past.
Yeah, he sold musical instruments and that, and he also used to have a couple of boxes of records at the back of the shop. And I picked this up for £4. It's worth a hell of a lot more now.
Oh,
Hell of a
right.
lot more. It's like an EP, and the particular song on here called "The Champion."
Yeah,
I think it's worth.
to get to the record boxes, you had to go over 25 trombones.
Yeah, and a grand piano. I think it's worth £50 plus. I think the last time I checked it, it was worth about 60 to 70 quid, that record.
Wow.
This is a reissue. I used to pick up a lot of these on the SOS Sound of Soul label at scooter rallies. And this is the Matt Parsons Orchestra, Boogaloo Investigator. Another great Northern Soul dance track. And if Jenny's watching B-sides, I hope you're writing these down. That was originally from 1966. And a lot of these ones, it's a bit like the old Gold label. You got a really good track on one side and another one on the other. More often than not, a different band. On the other side, you've got Major Lance. But, You Don't Want Me No More. I think that's the one with vocals in, if I remember right.
Yeah. Are they reasonable sort of price then, Nick?
They were back then.
But not now.
I doubt it, Mike.
Yeah.
I doubt it very much.
Yeah. I mean,
If
that's the trouble, isn't it?
Yeah. If you want to buy original Northern Soul records, you need a second mortgage. You know, reissues were the way to go. But these were about £5, I think, each back in the you're looking about 85, 86, when I was doing a lot of rallies and all that sort of stuff. They're probably upwards of £15, £20 each now. I could be wrong, but even these reissues are fetching good money if you can find them. Another one on the Sound of Soul label, Interplay by Derek and Ray. You might have heard this tune before. I wish I put my glasses on. I think it's a 60s song. Derek and Ray, Interplay, and on the other side is another Northern Soul track by D.D. Sharp called What Kind of Lady, but that's vocal, not instrumental like the other side. Also classed, well, it's in that sort of Northern Soul mod revival type area. Ramsey Lewis, Wade in the Water. I'd expect plenty of people to have heard that one, but it's a sort of tune you think, oh yes, I've heard that one. That's from 1972 on the Chess label, Wade in the Water, Ramsey Lewis Trio. Bit of soul, funk, jazz. Again, Ramsey Lewis and his cover version of the In Crowd. Of course, originally done by Doobie Gray. And these were pretty cheap, these two. That's from 1972. I don't mind a bit of Ramsey Lewis, so I keep meaning to get hold of a greatest hits album and see what that's like, but I never do. I'm surprised this one wasn't shown.
You know that one.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah. On the Atlantic label.
I like their Soul Limbo as well.
Yeah. from 1964, I think this is. Of course, it was in the Quadrophenia film, wasn't it?
Yeah, they're all on doing that dance.
Yeah, yeah. Soul Limbo, Booker T and the MGs.
Yeah, the cricket song.
Yeah, the cricket song. Yeah, cricket ain't the same without. I mean, I'm no cricket fan, to be honest. I don't mind a bit of the old 2020, but yeah, when the TV programs, it's like the Grand Prix racing. It ain't the same without Fleetwood Mac, is it? The chain.
That's right. Yeah.
Yeah. I think they even years ago. I think they even changed the Match Today theme tune, didn't they? For a while.
Yeah, and it got changed back again because there were so many complaints.
Yeah, bloody good job and all. So yeah, Soul Limbo, Booker T and the MGs on Stax from 1968. This one is perhaps my absolute favourite by Booker T. Time is Tight.
That's a great track, that is.
It is, isn't it? It's fabulous. There's a great video on YouTube of them doing this, and they were the warm-up act, I think it was, for Creedence Clearwater Revival.
Yeah,
and you can see members of Creedence in the wings, you know, behind the curtain watching. Fabulous. Time is Tight. Love that song.
Oh, Mike's the
B-side of Gangsters is a song called The Selector by The Selector. And this was written by John Bradbury, or him and Noel Davis, I think it is, The Selector, did this tune, composed it, or whatever you want to call it. I don't know. And
yes, we can see you.
The only reason there was a Selector tune on the B-side of Gangsters is because basically the specials ran out of money and they couldn't produce a B-side themselves. So they asked the Selector, who was sort of touring with them and promoting their stuff together, they asked the Selector if they wanted to put a record on the B-side.
All right.
Okay. That is an original 7-inch single. It's not the original sleeve. The original sleeve was basically one like this with like printed, hand stamped writing on it.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of forgeries and fakes about. So if you see one, it hand stamped, and they want £100 for it, be very, very wary, because there is a lot of fakes and forgeries about. But that isn't the original 7-inch single.
I love that piece of trivia. That will be perfect for the vinyl tag.
Yeah. Okay. I'm not a jazz man, really. To be honest, I can't abide the stuff. But I love this song, Take 5.
Oh, Dave Brubeck, yes.
Yeah.
Brilliant song.
And I came across this at Huntington car boot sale, I think it was, for £1.
Yeah.
That price.
Yeah, this is a 1974 reissue on CBS. But yeah, it's a great catchy tune, isn't it? Great catchy tune. Return of Las Palmas 7.
Oh, it's a brilliant song.
There is a worded introduction at the start of this. Chas Smash says a sentence, and then just after that, Suggs says the word waiter, and then the instrumental kicks in. Great video full of sporting clips and clips of celebrities and politicians of the 70s and whatever. Excuse me. There's 3 versions of this cover. There's this version, which was the original, and I haven't had time to pull out the other one. The other one is what I was presented with at the record shop when I first brought it. When it first came out years ago. Again, you must have heard of Revolver Records in Gold Street, Kettering.
Yeah, Revolver, yeah.
Yeah, I asked for the record, thinking he was going to give me this, and he gave me the alternative sleeve, and I was a bit put out. And anyway, I left the shop in a bit of a huff. And 30 odd years later, I was sorting out records, redoing all my boxes to make space, and I picked out the alternative sleeve, and I pulled it out, the record out the sleeve, and it was a bit dirty and dusty, and light was shining in through the window, and the record was like a dark ruby red colour.
Ooh.
And I'd had it 30 odd years before I'd even bleeding realised.
That's another one for the vinyl tag. Something with a story behind it. That's lovely.
Yeah. I'll pull it out during the week or whatever it is. And but yeah, the other version is the 12-inch one, and it's basically this, but it's a yellow and red background, and it comes with a free comic as well, which I do have. I've already shown this in my tag response.
Yes.
Wipeout by the Safaris. You got that cackling laughter at the start, and
Wipeout.
yeah. I was watching the film with girlfriend at the time, and much fumbling of hands.
Is that why there was lots of cackling?
Yeah, I did pull that one out, but that's got the selector on it as well. But also Madness. I pulled this one out because it's on here as well. But this version of Swan Lake by Madness appears on this album, but there's talking and vocals running through it. And it's there on the Dance Craze film as well. But the version that appears on the One Step Beyond album, Swan Lake, is probably the best one. There is a video on YouTube. You can go and check it out. Highly recommend it. Madness are playing live in Paris, and they do this Swan Lake. And one of their good friends, and he was a roadie at the time, called Chalky, who sadly passed away at the end of last year. Him and Chaz Smash are doing what's known as nutty dancing. This sort of funny sort of jigging around up and down on stage. Well worth watching on YouTube. I think you just put in Swan Lake nutty dance in Paris or something like that. So yeah, Swan Lake off the One Step Beyond album. I couldn't really dig it out, but it does appear on this one. But this has vocals running through it, noises and whatever. But yeah, well worth checking out on YouTube. Chaz Smash and Chalky doing nutty dancing. And that, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, concludes my little presentation.
Oh, brilliant.
Brilliant.
Well done.
Thank
So
you.
And Happy New
Well,
Year.
Nick, that version of Gangsters, the original, I've got I've got a gangster single, but it doesn't have Selector on the B side, so it must be some sort of reissue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
There is a way of double checking if you've got an original copy. The music on one of them, which is the non-original, ends abruptly, but the original one, it fades out.
All right.
And there's also the matrix numbers as well. I had all the information written down, and I pulled my copy out to double check it, and mine is an original, but it's not the original sleeve.
Yeah.
If you got an original record with a bona fide original sleeve, it's worth a few quid.
Yeah, pretty sad I've not.
But Noel Davis of the Selector, who was stamping the sleeves with the band names on and the tracks, did a variation. Instead of putting the specials at the top of the sleeve, I think he put the Selector at the top of the sleeve. There's only one copy of that in existence.
Wow.
Worth a hell of a lot of money, and that's in the Two-Tone Museum at Coventry.
Yeah, there's one tune that I haven't got it, but I've forgotten about it. But I put together my mate's top 10, and that's the Liquidator. I love that.
Yeah.
What the original or the specials?
Well, the AJ All Stars, 1960.
Yeah, I've got that. I've got the album as well.
Yeah, and also like the specials when they did their version of Guns of Navarone.
Yeah, I love that.
Right,
there's videos of that on YouTube, but Neville Staples is sort of doing vocals and chitter-chattering and that all the way through. But it's brilliant, and it's got Rico on trombone and Dick Couple as well.
Yeah,
most people forget about. He was part of the specials as well. On I think it was cornet he played. Well, mind you, he could play cornet, trumpet, flugelhorn, and various other things as well.
Very good.
He was there. Him and Rico Rodriguez were like twins, you know. Not literally, but you get what I mean.
Yeah.
An integral part of the band they were, and most people forget about Dick Couple.
Yes, they do. Anyway, you've overslept, Michael.
I have. It's very cold here, and
it's very cold. Happy New Year, yes. Yes, it's very cold here as well, Michael. So we're all suffering in the cold.
We are, yeah.
I've just seen your message, Michael.
Yes.
Didn't hear any feedback.
Okay. I did. No. So I think I know why. Anyhow,
have you got something to show us?
I do have something to show. And since we're instrumentals, hot topic.
Bubble.
Oh, yeah, that's a great album.
Yeah.
And coming off the heels of Nick, it's a good thing to show, because I looked it up yesterday, and you'll be impressed with this. This is post-punk.
Yep.
I hate this version. Post-punk. So it's all horns, right? Horns, bass, and horns and rhythm section, and it's danceable. And they had a hit that was on a riff on a James Brown song. That's not on this record. It's all instrumental, this record. And what's called it? Oh yeah, Dr. Heckle and Mr. Jive. I really like it.
Yeah, me too. I think it's a great album.
really
I've,
odd.
I've
dirty
never I've never heard the album, but I've got the 7-inch single,
7-inch single of which song though?
Pig Bag.
I don't think that's a song on this record. So yeah, Pig Bag. So that song Pig Bag was their hit. They only had like 3 records. Do you know Rip Rig and Panic?
Yeah.
Yeah,
the Cherry
on the
Group?
young ones.
Yeah.
I think they were associated with Pig Bag, were they not? Well, it was definitely the same time frame.
Or
Yeah.
around
And-
that area, I think. Yeah, but I don't know if they were.
Yeah, I've been looking for the best version of Rip Rig and Panic. They have like 3 or 4 records too, but it's similar time frame, not similar music. Anyhow, I just thought there was a connection, but there's not. So this is a unique instrumental, okay? And he and Bernie Taupin did all the writing and the arrangements. I mean, there's orchestration on this record, but Elton John wrote it, and this is his 3rd record, friends. I didn't know this. He had his he had the one with Your Song. I don't know the one before that, but this was the 3rd record. And after this was that live record, 9/17/71, which is quite good. And this was right before they went to the States and had the breakout in their career. And I mean, Friends is a great track, but the instrumentals, I'm showing just an example of instrumental. I mean, how many people do we know who did full soundtracks of movies, especially during that time period?
Yeah, very underrated album, it is.
What's that?
It's a very underrated album.
It is. Well, there's only a few good Elton John-like songs on it, so that's probably why it didn't have much take up. There's a lot of copies of it here in Japan. Okay, my next one. There's actually 2 instrumentals on it, and I really respect these guys because they were so young and experimental. And that is Pineapple and the Monkey and Looking Out the Window. Pineapple and the Monkey is a really great instrumental track, and this, of course, is The Faces. This is right after Steve Marriott left. They called this record it did say Small Faces. And legally, they were obligated to remove that. Did you know that?
Yes.
So they became Faces, and 2 instrumentals. And I always loved the early days of the Faces because they were so diplomatic. On one track, Stewart sang lead, or another track, Ronnie Lane sang lead, and then instrumentals. It was just so mixed until Rod Stewart had the break in his career, and then he sang on every friggin' track he wrote. Pearl. This had an instrument.
Yeah.
Did you know that? Buried Alive in the Blues, Nick Gravenides. And he's not even featured with the band, but Nick Gravenides was in the Electric Flag, or it's Gravenites. I never know how to pronounce it. Anyhow, it's a great track. You see every track, and then surprisingly, there's an instrumental. And Bourrée. Is that the way you pronounce it? Bourrée, which is
I love that.
Bach and Ian Anderson. I'm not going to open it up, but did you know that he has 11 fingers?
Yeah.
The artist went to town. This is a beautiful woodcut. It's actually a woodcut. I don't think it's a pen and ink illustration because you couldn't get the negative space like that so cleanly on the back of the hands if it was a woodcut. It's a woodcut.
Yeah.
Brilliant.
Great,
I
isn't
mean,
it?
no, I haven't seen Jethro Tull do that, but I did see them do Serenade for a Cuckoo.
Oh,
I
Which
love that. I think,
what record was it from?
that's off the This Was Serenade for a Cuckoo.
Oh, I was going to pull This Was. I wasn't sure if they had instrumental on that, but I knew there was definitely
Serenade for a Cuckoo. But Serenade for a Cuckoo is lovely.
My next record is definitely an example of instrumental, and it is Hill. Flowers of Romance. I really. It doesn't suit me, this record. It really doesn't suit me. A friend of mine called, she was a photographer. Did you know that? And there's a book that came out with a book of her photographs. It's expensive now.
Right.
Wow.
I've just noticed what she was holding. I thought it was something else. Rather rude.
She's holding like an exercise thing, a squeezy toy or something. No, it's not too family June.
Yeah, it's not a phallic.
Okay. My next ones are a little bit not as interesting to this classic cat, but Billy Cobham, and he's got a guitarist on it, and that is, I always forget his name. Tommy Bolin, right? And it's really excessive. It's really like it's really self-indulgent. When you look up like in audiophile magazine, audiophile stories about this record, people really recommend it as a record to buy. It really shows off your stereo. But I don't know, Tommy Bolin's just kind of really it's not that sophisticated. Some people might disagree with me, but I mean, coming off the heels of Intermounting Flame, this just wasn't as great as I expected it to be. Japanese copy too. Came with okay. No oohs and ahs. Nobody knows this record, right? And if you don't know this record,
not that record.
You may not know this record. It's actually got one track on it that's kind of like acid jazz, if that's a genre, and that is Foreplay, which is the first track. Really nice. I played a lot, and look at them. They're at like some like tailor's shop. Really odd place to do a shoot. Larry Coryell. Really nice song. Now, some artists in the 60s did overtures like Tommy, where they did like a, for lack of a better word, a mashup or a conglomeration of all the tracks on the record. And one artist of that time frame who was a master of doing overtures and who I do show a lot is who. And there's a great overture on the debut, and there's a great overture on this record. And I Stand Alone, and also he does overtures on a couple of other records. I really like that. They don't do that anymore, do they?
No.
And my last record, this is something that you pick up from a bad date in high school. The Clap. Instrumental. So, I worked with the topic. I did my best,
Yeah.
I don't know, Mike, I'll have to watch the replay. What instrumentals Mike showed. I'm sure he's got, he showed a lot of interesting stuff, but it's tough, Like if you listen, there's no instrumentals, right? If you listen to Laura Nero, there's no instrumentals. If you listen to Joni Mitchell, no instrumentals. It could be tough.
I know. I mean, punk and female vocalists aren't really genres that lend themselves to instrumentals, are they?
No, exactly.
Michael, I showed that album tonight.
Did they? What's on that? What did they do?
The Brazilian.
Oh, See, I really can't stand them past, and then we're three. I just
I love
nobody.
Brazilian because I've seen them do it live. It's fantastic watching them.
Yeah, I was going to show Horizons from Foxtrot, but we've shown that a lot, so
Yeah. I didn't show Wyndham Wuthering.
That was the Genesis that I showed Michael.
Which track is that?
Hairless Heart.
Huh?
Hairless Heart.
Oh, right.
Yeah.
There you go. You pulled one out of the hat.
Okay, Pulsar's come. Oops, sorry.
Oh.
Tangerine Dream is Key Shot Part 2.
Yeah. Can't argue with those, no.
Yes, back to Bolero, Wishbone Ash. Oh, Wishbone Ash the Pilgrim, yes.
Oh, that's brilliant, yeah.
Jefferson Airplane, Embryonic Journey, and Part 2. Deep Purple, Ring That Neck, Phil Manzanera, East of Echo, King Crimson Red,
Hmm.
Fleetwood Mac, Albatross, obviously, Yardbirds, White Summer, Blues Project, Fluke Thing.
Very good. Yeah, I would have picked those
Nice
too.
choices, Pulsar.
Yeah.
Very good choice.
Pulsar.
So, I mean, if you guys like Pulsar does, if you can't show, just put them in the gallery and we'll have a look at them. And we do like doing that. And there's some nice ones there as well. So,
Yes.
shall we see if we can find something kinder for you, Michael, on Rocky's Wheel? There's one of yours on there that it always gets passed by.
I know. I know.
I know. I think
Well,
it's about
let's
time we
Grease.
pulled it.
You got too much grease on the wheel.
Yeah.
If it doesn't come up tonight, I think we should pull it for the next one.
Yeah, because it's just, right, here we go. Here's the wheel. So we've got Dust Collector,
Ooh.
Holy
Whoa.
Trinity, Corkers and Clunkers, Space, because I've taken one off, Jacket Covers, the Breakup Songs,
Hmm.
Hard Graft, Jack Frost, To Be or Not To Be in calendars. So
Oh.
Well, if we get the black space.
no,
Hard grab.
no, I'll tell you what, I'm going to say, I don't know how that going half graph, because on mine it looks like it's more in breakup songs.
Oh, Steward's inquiry.
God.
Steward's
yeah.
inquiry.
It's just,
You can close it or you can hide it.
let's close it. See, look.
Oh.
It's in the brown. It's in hard.
It's right
graft.
in the middle.
No, it looks like hard graft from where I'm sitting.
Right.
Yeah. It's about a millimeter, yeah?
Yeah,
Oh,
Yeah,
yeah.
2
literally.
pixels.
Yeah, hard graft. Now, this
Okay.
is songs that mention jobs or so like a bricklayer or a train driver or a
Oh, okay.
Tommy used to work on the docks.
labourer, or something work-related titles like, the
Yeah.
taxman, that sort of thing.
Like working on a chain gang.
Yeah, that sort of thing. Anything to do
Yeah.
with work. Songs that mention a job or a
Wow, now this opens up
Yeah.
a point.
I've got
How
one.
What is a job?
How about I cashed in my stock options and I made $1 million? Is that hard grab?
I like that one.
Yeah,
Is-
I'd also ask if the stripper
Yeah.
is that a job title?
Yeah.
So yeah,
Yeah.
so it's hard graft next week.
Oh, that's good. Yeah. Yeah. I can think of a great one about a train driver.
Yeah. Postman Pat. Well, of course you're going to
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Murder-
Yeah. Yes, Andy. Bernard Cribbins.
Yes.
Yeah.
Bob the
Yeah.
Builder.
Yeah.
Is a preacher man a job?
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I've got one already. Then you probably know what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I thought that'd be a good one. It's a bit different, and
Yeah.
No. We can get our heads around this one. This is fine. Yeah.
Might require a bit of research.
Pulsars and please,
Yeah.
Mr. Postman.
I'm sure Simon could come up with 10 songs to do with being a postman.
Yeah.
Anyway, I know Michael joined us very late because he overslept, but it's very cold like it is here. It's lovely to be back. Hope you've enjoyed yourselves tonight. We'll be back here next week at the same time. And don't forget to watch our tag and join in. For those of
Have
you
a go. Have a go. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, people have been watching it, haven't they, Ian? But they're just not. They're not
No.
doing it.
Yeah, it's 580, I think it is.
Yeah.
I've watched it so far.
And plus what they've watched on yours, Mike, because you've had a few. There's a lot of people have watched what we're doing.
Yeah.
So we'll have a go, and we'll see you all next week.
Yes,
by the
indeed.
way,
Have a good
Mr.
weekend.
Bowie, Mr. Bowie is winning 7-3 at the moment.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Are we going to show this? Are we showing? Yeah.
Oh, we got a record for Leon.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Michael.
Oh, neu.
3. Ja.
Neu, ja.
3, 3, 2, 1. Danke.
Okay.
And we'll see you all next week. Have fun, everybody. Bye.
Yeah, see you,
Once again,
folks.
Happy New Year.
Bye-bye.